Welcome back to the Eye of the Storm. My name is Amelia Kalu.
And I'm Sebastian Cintron.
And we've got the top stories for you in this week's episode of the Eye of the Storm. The popular dating app Grindr among men in the LGBT community has recently received mass scrutiny after it was revealed that site had been sharing user HIV data with third-party companies. Many of the 3.6 million daily users include their HIV status and last date tested in their personal profiles to ensure STD safety with potential matches. After a public article was posted by BuzzFeed warning profile data was being shared, many users began accusing the app for breaching confidentiality. In response, the Grindr head of security defended profile sharing by saying it was standard industry practice done securely in order to best optimize app features. With continued backlash, Grindr has announced they will no longer continue to share user HIV data.
A Sacramento police officer struck 61-year-old activist Wanda Cleveland in a hit-and-run during a protest last week. Cleveland, along with many other activists, had been protesting the unethical police shooting of Stephen Clark when the incident occurred. She incurred injuries to her arm, leg, and back of head. The crowd ran to Cleveland's aid after the vehicle responsible drove away. She was taken to a nearby hospital by ambulance for treatment. A video of the event has gone viral, clearly showing the sheriff vehicle striking Cleveland in an effort to provide backup to another police vehicle surrounded by protesters. The sheriff department is delaying to confirm whether the incident violated laws, and internal disciplinary reviews are currently in progress.
April 5th kicked off Asian Pacific Heritage Month. Reporting in front of DAC is WREDs-TV very own Jordan Dermonto.
We're here outside the D'Angelo Center where the Office of Multicultural Affairs is hosting the kickoff event for Asian Pacific Heritage Month. Every day this month there will be an event hosted by multiple organizations here on campus to celebrate all of Asian heritage. Let's go check it out.
I think it was a great event. We pulled it together and everyone came out and had a fun time, and I think it was a blast, and I think it was a good way to kick off the month. I think we ordered 300 dumplings for this event. All the food is gone. We ordered samosas, dumplings, and lumpia, and everything is gone. There is nothing left. The performances were amazing. We obviously had some of our student organizations come and showcase their stuff, but we also had an outside group of Pacific Islanders come and dance, and they were incredible.
We're Orimanea. We're a Tahitian dance school in the city. So that was 2 dances. The first one was an aparima, which is a slower dance where the hands sort of tell a story. And the second one was an otea, which is done to drums. They were holding i'is, and it's a more fast-paced, exciting kind of. Well, I mean, it sounds like it's just like a really nice opportunity to see everybody gets to showcase something, and you get to see it all in one place, and just like a good opportunity to share.
API Heritage Month was different when I lived in Hawaii, and when I went to school here on the East Coast, it was a way for me to kind of share and express my culture in a way where it was kind of missing for school life. So it depends on the context.
For me, it's more just about learning because I'm from the East Caribbean, so for me it's more getting to know the side of the dance and the expression of the culture.
It's important for everyone from everywhere to sort of know what's going on in other places, and also it's just a lot more fun than not knowing. Exactly. I mean, this is pretty fun, and you're just missing out if you're not exploring it.
Well, next we have tomorrow night is CSSA's One Night in China. If you go there, you'll experience a night that you would experience in China. But also we have formal coming up at the end of the month. That's on the 21st. There's tons of events, so make sure to check out. Instagram is APHM or SJU APHM, and also check out the events page on MySJU, and all of that will be on there.
Well, kickoff was a blast, and I'm very full of dumplings. If you want to see what's going on the rest of this month for Asian Pacific Heritage Month, head over to the Office of Multicultural Affairs Instagram and see what's going on. I'm Jordan Darmento. Back to you guys in the studio.
This Tuesday, following the devastating trend of public shootings, 3 people were struck and 1 injured during open fire at YouTube's Northern California headquarters. The shooter was identified as San Diego resident Nasim Najafi Agdam, who ended her own life before authorities could respond. While a direct motive is currently under investigation, police have found evidence that as a devoted social media user, the killer held a grudge against YouTube for restricting her video revenue. She has made multiple posts accusing YouTube employees of putting age restrictions on her channels so it could not grow. Police do not currently believe the killer specifically targeted any of the injured victims.
On April 2nd, President Donald Trump announced that he would rescind his deal with Democrats concerning the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, or DACA, arguing that Democrats didn't want to solve the problem. When Trump initially revoked the DACA program on September 5th of 2007, he gave Congress a deadline of March 5th, 2018 to come up with a solution to the problem. This deadline was not met Trump's DACA deal involved an increase in the amount of protected childhood arrivals and a 12-year pathway to citizenship for them in exchange for the funding for the wall along our country's southern border.
This Thursday was a spring health fair on campus. Here to give us some tips on how to stay healthy on campus this spring is our very own Taryn Smith.
I'm Taryn Smith with WRED-TV, and I'm reporting today at the SJU Spring Health Fair. They are covering issues from physical health to mental health, and they have booths all through DAC, and we're going to visit a couple today and see what they're educating our students on. I'm here with Kira and Christina with Campus Rec.
We're just informing the students about the different activities that we have on campus, like the group exercise sessions and the intramurals, and different personal training opportunities that they can sign up online.
So you can work out, there's personal trainers who are there to guide you on different health opportunities. You don't necessarily have to work out, you can eat healthier, and they can be there to promote that. We also have our nutritionist that comes in and sets up booths and tables sometimes, so it's just informative.
We're here to talk a little bit more about the It's On Us campaign, which is a nationwide campaign to help prevent and help address sexual assault and violence on college campuses. The It's On Us campus is currently under the Student Affairs in the basement of Bent Hall, so going down there and asking to speak with the SOAR office, they'll kind of get the opportunity to speak with you a little bit more about the resources made available.
My name is Ruth DeRosa. I'm the Associate Director of Wellness Education and Prevention here at St. John's. So we are creating this small wellness fair in conjunction with the College of Pharmacy and School of Public Health as a way of reminding students as they're moving towards the end of the semester to keep themselves healthy.
I'm here with the PA program, and we're talking about blood pressure, and I'm actually getting my blood pressure taken.
With today's day and age, our diets have changed and we rely so much on fast food that with all this fast food, our blood pressures have been going up, our obesity has become a problem in this country, and with all of that, younger people are starting to be involved on this crisis, and we're seeing high blood pressure in younger children as well as young adults, where back in 20 years ago, this wasn't an issue.
On an everyday basis, where does a college student maybe go to get their blood pressure taken?
They can go to student wellness here on campus, or they can visit their primary care physician.
How's it looking?
Sorry. So your blood pressure is about 130 over 72, which is at the normal range.
It is. Oh, we're good, folks. We're good. That's all we have for you here today at the Spring Health Fair. If you, as SJ students, have more questions, you can visit www.stjohns.edu/wellness. I'm Taryn Smith, reporting for WRED-TV. Thanks so much. Back to you.
Despite all the crazy stuff going on in the world, it's been an equally chaotic past few weeks in sports. Here to recap are Anna Kalesa and Grace Lightfoot over at SportsWire.
Thanks, Sebastian, and welcome back to this semester's final episode of SportsWire. I'm Grace Lightfoot.
And I'm Anna Kalesa. After a wild March Madness, which had only 2 #1 seeds make it to the Final Four, and a nun become an international sensation, the NCAA men's basketball tournament has come to an end. #1 Villanova walked over Michigan in a 79-62 victory to win the national championship Monday night. This is the Wildcats' second national title in 3 years. Sophomore Dante DiVincenzo set the record for most points off the bench in national championship game, scoring 31 points on the night. DiVincenzo was named the tournament's most outstanding player. Philly is the first city to win a Super Bowl and NCAA basketball championship in the same year.
Major League Baseball has returned to New York, although Mother Nature hasn't been too cooperative. After splitting a 4-game series with the Blue Jays in Toronto, the Yankees return home to Yankee Stadium on Monday just to have their opening day festivities snowed out. They then battled the rain during both Tuesday and Wednesday's games against the Rays. Didi Gregorius was the hero in Tuesday's game as he went 4 for 4 with 8 RBIs to lead the Yanks to an 11-4 victory over the Rays. The powerhouse lineup was showcased in Wednesday's 7-2 win, which featured Gary Sanchez, Aaron Judge, and Giancarlo Stanton, all hitting 2-run homers. The Bombers are now hosting the Baltimore Orioles for a 4-game series.
The Mets had some better luck with the weather for their home opener last Thursday when they beat the Cardinals 9-4. The Mets then encountered the same weather problems as the Yankees when they hosted the Phillies at the beginning of the week. Thanks to 2 6-inning runs courtesy of Todd Frazier and Travis d'Arnaud, the Mets won the series opener 2-0. It was Ahmed Rosario who came up clutch in Wednesday's 4-2 victory with a go-ahead 2 RBI triple in the 6th inning. The Mets are now in D.C. to take on the Nationals for 4-game series.
After getting off to a 5-16 start to the season, St. John's softball team has been playing better as of late. The girls have won 5 of their last 8 games, including 2 against known rival Georgetown Hoyas. Senior Crystal Puga has continued her offensive tear, leading the team with 40 hits, 13 home runs, 33 RBIs, and a .417 batting average. Pretty impressive. Sophomore Marissa Rizzi was named to the Big East Weekly Honor Roll this past week. Rizzi bat .462 with 6 hits, including a go-ahead home run against Georgetown, and 4 RBIs in the 4 games the Johnnies played last week. The Red Storm opened a series against the Villanova Wildcats today in Pennsylvania.
St. John's baseball team has just about reached the halfway point of their season. The Red Storm have won 6 of their last 16 games, giving them a record of 14-10 on the year. The offensive standout thus far has been senior John Valente, who leads the team with 37 hits and a .402 average on the year. Senior catcher Robert Boselli III was named to Big East's Weekly Honor Roll this past week after an impressive series against Minnesota. The Red Storm only won 1 of their 3 games, but Boselli bat .445 with 6 hits, including a 3-run homer and 6 RBIs during the series. The Johnnies begin conference play today when they take on the Villanova Wildcats for a 3-game series in Pennsylvania.
It's Masters Week at Augusta National, but Tiger Woods is not the biggest buzz around the tournament. News came out that the popular Bud Light phrase, dilly dilly, will be banned from the tournament. If a patron is heard yelling the phrase, they will be kicked out. The phrase is just one of many that are on a list that was handed to staff at Augusta National. Other golf tournaments have had some trouble with rowdy crowds this season. Golfers such as Rory McIlroy have raised the issue. McIlroy, who was heckled by spectators yelling his wife's name at the Arnold Palmer Invitational, suggested the tournament limit alcohol sales. The second round of the tournament tees off today.
That's all we have for this episode of SportsWire. Stay tuned for more next semester. I'm Anna Klasa.
And I'm Grace Lightfoot. Back to you guys in the studio.
Devote Hart, the little boy that captured our hearts in November 2014 when a photo of him hugging a Portland, Oregon police officer went viral, is in the news again 4 years later. 3 of Devote's siblings were killed along with his adoptive parents, Jennifer and Sarah, when their SUV drove off a cliff Monday along the Northern California coast, plunging 100 feet. Police believe the crash was intentional as both parents and 3 children were not wearing seatbelts, not to mention there were no skid or brake marks. The 2 women were still in the vehicle while their kids' bodies were found outside of the vehicle. Devote, along with sisters Hannah and Ciara, are still missing.
On Tuesday, more than 1,000 Oklahoma teachers swarmed the state capitol building wearing red shirts in protest and carrying signs demanding higher wages and more funding for education. Buses filled with educators began pouring in from all over the state, forcing officials to declare the building at capacity, shutting the doors temporarily. Teachers are demanding Governor Mary Fallin to restore funding for education programs and supplies, which have been slashed tremendously over the last decade. The protest came in light of the legislation Governor Fallin signed Thursday, which granted teachers annual pay raises averaging $6,100 when the teachers union asked for raises of $10,000 a year per teacher, as well as a higher pay for support staff and $200 million in educational funding that would span over the next 3 years.
Here to give us all the latest gossip on everything in the world of Hollywood is Amarachi Uganabo and Anthony Ferrara.
Hey guys, I'm Amarachi Uganabo.
And I'm Anthony Ferrara, and we're here to give you the inside scoop on what's trending in Hollywood.
To start off our final episode of Entertainment Now, it's only right that we dive in with what's on everyone's mind.
Last night, Jersey Shore Family Vacation premiered, and it was far from disappointing. The gang was back together in Miami, but it appeared one notable roommate from the original cast was missing.
While she may not be on the new season, she's here to give you a recap of last night's debauchery with a special note to Ronnie's girlfriend, Jen. Please welcome the sweetest chick you'll ever meet, Sammy Sweetheart.
Where? Oh, no.
Jen, the first night at the house when you were at home pregnant, it only took Ron 7 minutes before he brought up my name. He told us your rules were to have fun and that he can look and talk, but he can't touch. Later, Paulie brought out a life-size doll that looked just like me, and Ron said, if I have sex with her, is it still cheating? Also, the club he was talking about me to Dina. The next day at the Clevelander, he celebrated his bachelor party. 3 girls came over and was dancing with him and grinding with them. The women of this house know, therefore, yous should know the truth.
Where's my wedding ring? Johnny's gonna kill me! Oh my god! Ron!
Sammy Sweetheart and Snooki, everyone.
That was terrifying.
Yet slightly
Speaking of
fun.
terrifying, on April 6th, the new post-apocalyptic horror film, A Quiet Place, terrified its way into theaters across the nation. The film follows a family trying to survive after the world has been invaded by predators that hunt by sound. On top of directing and co-writing the script, former star of The Office John Krasinski stars in the film for the first time alongside his real-life wife, actress Emily Blunt, of Into the Woods and The Devil Wears Prada. This, my God, Jim has had an upgrade. Jim goes from an office to the woods.
I've heard a lot of good things about this movie. I'm not even a fan of scary movies, but I actually really want to see it.
Especially when Jersey Shore came on, a lot of promos.
Mhm.
I have good hopes about it. Let's
Me
pray.
too.
Come on, Jim.
Let's go. Wes Anderson's newest film, Isle of Dogs, has sparked controversy over its depiction of Japanese people and culture as well. The film, which is set in a dystopian future Japan, became the subject of debate when people accused it of racism and cultural appropriation. Los Angeles Times reviewer Justin Chang criticized Anderson's weakness for racial stereotyping, citing he mostly took offense to the use of language throughout the film, which follows a group of dogs that have been quarantined an island out of fear of canine flu. The film features the people of Nagasaki speaking Japanese without the use of subtitles, while all the dogs who are voiced by an all-white cast speak only English.
See, I always thought that was such an interesting movie to watch. So all the claymation, that took me off.
It did. It does look interesting. I don't know much about it, but I feel like I need to see it more to have more of an opinion on that, like the whole racial culture appropriation issue.
If it's a movie on history, like, you have to do it right. Otherwise, you will face, that type of discrimination. Anyways, on Monday, the CW renewed 10 of its shows for the 2018 and 19 season. Arrow, The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, Supergirl, Black Lightning, Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, and Jane the Virgin all got picked up for new seasons. Riverdale, which will enter its 3rd season, and cult favorite Supernatural, entering its impressive 14th season, were additionally renewed. Finishing out the roster is the network's newest show, Dynasty, a reboot of the 80s primetime soap, which has struggled with ratings during their first season.
I hate watch Riverdale every week, so I'm part of the reason why it's renewed. And Supernatural needed to end 10 seasons ago.
I just care about Jane the Virgin. Gina Rodriguez, I love her.
I love her too.
That's hopefully my future wife, and I just hope that they get a show on Black Panther.
Maybe, hopefully. On March 30th, The Weeknd dropped his new EP titled My Dear Melancholy. It featured the song Call Out My Name, which featured lyrics that hinted at him making a bold statement and left fans wondering, did he offer ex-girlfriend Selena Gomez his kidney? In the song, he references almost cutting a piece of himself for her life, but according to sources, he was never even on her donor list, nor would she have entertained the idea of him doing so.
Man. you in a small relationship like that, you want to do everything. It just doesn't work out.
Well, I think it's very sweet of him to like
It's
offer
sweet, yeah, but it's like
his body to his then girlfriend.
Yeah, that's their relationship, I guess. Everybody works in their own ways.
Yeah.
And it seems we're saying goodbye to yet another celebrity couple. After 9 years of marriage, Channing Tatum and Jenna Dewan Tatum, who met on the set of Step Up, have decided to call it quits. On Monday, the pair posted identical Instagram posts announcing the split, saying they have lovingly chosen to separate as a couple. They shared that they still love each other, but other than that, their love is taking them on different paths now. That is
They were one of the
unsaid.
top celebrity couples who I thought would never break up or separate ever.
I always have hope for everybody, but I guess, you start losing hope and faith, It's worrisome. You make it one day, can you actually find true love in Hollywood?
Hopefully all the couples like Chrissy Teigen and John Legend stay together forever. If they break
Oh,
up,
they have
then
to. It's game over.
It's over.
It is game over.
Well, that's all we have for you in the world of entertainment news this week. Tune in next semester to get the latest inside scoop on everything Hollywood. I'm Amarachi Uganabo.
And I am Anthony Ferrara. Back to you guys.
Thanks, guys. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
On Tuesday, students' creative activism was on display at the Poetic Justice event. Reporting from DAC Coffee House, where students read showcase pieces based on current events, is Denise Jimenez.
Hello guys, I'm Denise and today we're here at the event Poetic Justice hosted by Global Goals. This is an event that happens only once in the spring semester, so we're gonna go and take a look.
I'm the president of Global Goals. We're a small org on campus. Essentially, we stand for the 17 Sustainable Development Goals that the United Nations have set for the year 2030. And each month that we're on campus, we pick one goal and we agitate and disseminate knowledge to the student population about each goal.
I'm the vice president, so I just help with organization, sending out emails, doing posters. I was really active in service in high school, and so it was just natural that I wanted to get involved in something that did service in college.
My friend just sent me the flyer early today, and I just came out just a regular member. I just really love spoken word. I always try to go to as much as possible. And I always try to write whenever I can as well.
So the main reason that I came up with this event is because I feel like there are so many societal injustices happening in the world, and I think college students have a lot to say about this and a lot to show. I know so many creative students on campus who would want this platform.
You can email Nadia, who's a president, and on StormSync, you can join any club, and then you start getting notifications and stuff. And there's also an activities fair every semester, and that's really how you can get involved in most clubs. And you just sign up on the email list during the activity fair. So look out for that.
That was Poetic Justice, hosted by Global Goals. Make sure to check out any upcoming events that they may have. I'm Denise Jimenez from WRED-TV. Back to you guys on the studio.
With all the intense events going on in the world, it would be nice to hear some positive news for a change. Here to bring you stories that will be sure to make you smile is Kyla Allen in a new segment we call Sunnyside Up.
Hey guys, I'm Kyla Allen and welcome to the first ever segment of Sunnyside Up. Let's get cracking. A 10-year-old boy has become an internet sensation after a video of him yodeling in Walmart went viral.
All I do is say, oh Lord, that last long day she said goodbye. Well, Lord, I thought I would cry.
Mason Ramsey, who is being dubbed the yodeling Walmart kid, busted out in song at the store in Harrisburg, Illinois, tapping his cowboy boots along to the beat. The original video, which was tweeted on March 24th, has been viewed more than 2.4 million times. Our prediction is that it'll be the song of the summer. An Easter miracle took place Sunday after a teenage boy was rescued from LA's sewer system. Jesse Hernandez was on an Easter picnic when he fell through a wooden plank in Griffith Park, plummeting down 25 feet into the drainage pipe system. To further complicate things, police didn't know where the drain pipe goes to, but after a frantic 12-hour search, he was found alive and conscious. That wasn't the only story on Sunday that brought a smile to my face. As a final gift, Stephen Hawking donated an Easter meal to 40 of Cambridge's homeless. The regional managers for the charity Food Cycle Cambridge said that she was contacted by Lucy Hawking, who said the family wanted to make a donation so that while the funeral was taking place, people would be sitting down to a hot meal on Stephen. That's all we have for you guys on this segment of Sunnyside Up. Until next semester, remember, there are still stories out there that will brighten your day.
That's all we have on this edition for Eye of the Storm. For all the latest content, like us on Facebook and YouTube, and follow us on both Twitter and Instagram at WRED-TV.
Also, be sure to check out WREDtv.com. Keep up with all of our latest episodes and see how you can be a part of our production next semester.
From all of us here, I'm Sebastian Cintron.
And I'm Amelia Kalu. Good night.